Have you ever wondered why it seems so complicated to grow your business online and market your construction business? Well, it doesn't have to be like that. Ultimately, marketing construction is pretty simple. It's basically about understanding what your clients think. So basically, their fears, their insecurities, their doubts, and everything that they feel regarding building their home, for example, or remodeling their home. Because it's most people are very attached to things like their home. It's a very emotional business model. Is Of course it's B2C, business to customer. So ultimately, essentially, is going to be the sales process is going to be more driven by emotions. However, this home construction is even more amplified on emotions because a home is something that's very attached. It's something that's very within people. It's their home, so they want to make sure that they get this right. So marketing your construction businesses, if I was going to put this under two steps, it would be understanding your client and being able to analyze data. So basically, understanding your client, you want to know on a deep level what their fears, their doubts, their insecurities, their dreams, hopes, inspirations, everything about this client. If you were to present to the dream client, the client that you definitely want to serve, you want to write down everything about this client, everything regarding the way they think, the way they feel, and everything. So what are their struggles? What are their challenges that they face when thinking about building a home or remodeling their current home? And what are the builder, like what do the builders that they usually see online talk about? What are their struggles when it comes to finding a good builder to serve their home, a good remodeler to remodel their home and transform their home to the way that they dream. And so you really want to go very deep on that. I recommend you create a Google Doc or even a spreadsheet, and you just brain dump everything you know about your ideal clients, about their fears, everything that I just mentioned, and you just brain dump everything. You write everything you know about them. And then on the data side, that's more when you start generating some leads and running some ad campaigns on Google and Facebook. I'm not gonna touch that on that a little further right now, but it's more about the metrics you want to track is more clicks. You want to track clicks, but then the leads that you generate. So everyone who submits a form or who books a call with you or even gives you a phone call. So like, because that becomes a lead. Once they give you a phone call, you have their phone call, their phone number right there. So you can call them back. That person becomes a lead when they call you. And so you want to track every single call that you get, every single lead sign up that you get, every single lead form that is submitted. You want to track every single booked appointment from your landing page or your website. And that way, if you can track the number of leads that you get, you can then track your close rate. So for example, if out of 10 booked appointments you have on your schedule, on your calendar, if you know they historically you have a 30% close rate, then you can then expect how many clients you are able to close and how much money you are able to make just based on the amount of appointments that you have booked on your calendar. So like for example, you have 10 appointments booked, and you have a 30% close rate, so you can expect to close at least three clients on this month, just three clients. And if usually your ticket is, let's say, I don't know, $500,000 on a new home, so you can expect to make $1.5 million just from these three clients, if from those 10 appointments that you've booked. So it's crucial that you track the insights. It will track the metric, the data that you collect from your ads. Now, I want to touch actually on the advertising strategies, because of course, you can market your construction with organic content, with SEO, social media presence, or your website. Of course, that is great. But what I mostly talk about is actually paid ads, because that's where you are able to position your service to people who are either scrolling, if it's on Facebook and Instagram, or scrolling on their feed, people who are qualified, who are looking for, not necessarily looking for a service if it's Facebook, but people who have interacted with your brand. And on the other hand, if you're doing Google, you can position your ads and put your ads in front of people who are actively searching for your keyword, searching for your service in companies that provide the service that you provide. And so if I were to advise a builder on getting started on ad strategies, I would start on Google Ads, because you can get some faster results because people are actively searching for what you offer. And so what I would do with Google Ads is I would run a branded campaign. So what this basically means is a campaign where you use keywords that are attached to your business, to your brand. So it could either be your name if you have a personal brand, or it could also, of course, be your company name, and your company name with the service you provide. So XYZ Builders Construction, whatever it is. And so you definitely want to have that, so that it can protect from competitors from stealing your potential clients. And then you also want to have a positive keyword search campaign, which is basically what people search when they are looking for your services. So let's say custom home builders near me, or new home builders, new home construction in Houston. So you can use with the positive keyword search, you can just use those keywords, and then whenever people are searching for that, your ads are going to show right there. So whenever people are searching for custom home builders near me, your ads are going to show, because it's going to track their location, of course. And another one that I advise people to run, another campaign that I advise people to run on Google, is a display campaign, which is basically it's a retargeting campaign. So when people, they land on your website, but they haven't completed an action, they haven't signed up, they haven't called you. What this is going to do with the display campaign is, whenever they go on a separate website, or they go on a separate place on Google, your ad is going to show right there. And so that way you are able to re-engage people who have already visited your website, and your ads going to show right there. And so that is very good to put your business, have your business top of mind. And that way, whenever they are ready and they do see your ad again, they are ready to take the action, to call you, to fill up the form, or to book an appointment from your website or the landing page that you have. And let's go on Facebook right now. On Facebook, you have more of a colder audience. On Google, you had a warmer audience, because people are actively searching for your services, or even in your company, if it's even a hotter temperature of a lead. Now on Facebook and Instagram, it's colder, so people don't know you. They're not necessarily looking for a builder, and so they're just scrolling on their phone. And what happens is, on Facebook, you are interrupting their day, you are interrupting them when they're scrolling on their newsfeed or reels. And so what you want to do on Facebook, you need to make your ads as attention grabbing and as enticing as possible. Within 3 seconds, your ads need to hook their attention within 3 seconds, or they're going to scroll away. On Google, it's not necessarily, you don't need to necessarily be as surgical on the actual attention grabbing, but on Facebook, whenever you're advertising on any social media platform, you do need to be very detailed and focus. The focus needs to be on the headline and in the first things that your clients will see, your potential clients will see. So if you're running video ads, you need to make sure the first 5 seconds of the video, it will catch their attention immediately. And if you're doing a static ad, so it's like a static image, it stills, you want to make sure that the headline on the static design is as attention grabbing as possible. And so what I read this book, this one right here. It's called Sell Like Crazy by Sabri Subi. So this guy, Sabri Subi, he's one of the sharks on the Shark Tank program, and he's like billionaire. You know, he invests in many companies, and he has a very big YouTube channel where he teaches sales and marketing strategies like this. And so let's say like here you see the cover of the book. The title is Sell Like Crazy, and the subtitle right here, how to get as many clients, customers, and sales as you can possibly handle. So imagine if the cover of this book, if the title was called, I don't know, marketing strategies, like they wouldn't sell as much as well as they did. You know, as you can see here, it's a number one national, international bestseller. And most of this is attributed to the actual cover of the book. It's pretty simple, but the actual the title and the subtitle right here, they are so in your face, like sell like crazy. That's it. Immediately it will grab your attention, because if you're a business owner looking to get more sales, looking to grow your business, you're instantly going to be hooked. Your attention is instantly going to be hooked by this. And so on the other hand, if the book was called Marketing Strategies, no one wants to learn about marketing strategies. You know, people want to make more sales, they don't want to learn marketing, but marketing is the driver to get you the more sales. And so what we focus on when crafting headlines and crafting attention hooking ads is we need to have the ends to the means. We need to have the ends first. So the actual result that they want to get, the outcome, the desired outcome, the dream outcome that they expect to get. And so for construction, for example, you really need to have like testimonials is very effective to have. So like people who have actually experienced the dream outcome that you offer, you show them that through either the videos or like a written testimonial, or even just a picture of the client with, let's say, a home, the key of the home right there. And so it's just a simple picture. It'll depict it'll achieve our goal in this way. And now in the headlines, you really want to focus on the end result that you promise. And so let's say you promise let's say you have an offer, a free, let's say you build custom pools, a free mock-up design could be your offer. And then on the ad itself, you show a sample design that's very attractive and that's proven to attract somebody's attention, because I don't know, maybe you've shown this same design to a lot of clients, and most of them always say that the design is beautiful and it really catches their eye. And so you really want to show that on your ads on social media, and even on Google as well, of course. If you do that on Google, it'll maximize your results. But on advertising on social media is all about attention. Right now we are in a attention currency. You know, whoever gets the most attention is the people who make the most money. You know, have you ever asked yourself, like, how do obviously we all know that Meta, they have a 1.54 trillion dollar market capitalization. So they have a 1.5 trillion dollar market cap, and they don't charge you for anything pretty much. Like, the app is free. Like, Facebook is free, Instagram is free to use, you don't need to pay anything. But how do they make their money? It's solely on ads, because millions of businesses around the world pay a lot of money to show their ads to people on their platforms. So the company is making money solely from ads because they work. But the principles work. The principles is what's going to drive the results. It's not necessarily the technicality, or I don't know, the complex systems, but it's more about the simple principles that work, the simple principles that we repeat every time on every single ad and every single campaign. So I hope you had I hope I've been able to give you some value in this video right here, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, you can check out. I'm gonna leave in the description of this video my booking calendar, where we can potentially help you grab book more appointments and get more projects booked into your calendar. And with that being said, I hope you have a great one, and I'll see you in the next video.